Assalamu alaikum, sir. I am Sayyida Farah Abbas, Marketing Officer of PFL Education. I would like to start with a brief introduction of PFL. PFL Group of International is one of the leading UK-owned and managed student placement agencies. We offer the widest range of services and commitments to our students. Customers who are seeking higher education to UK, Europe, Australia, Canada, UAE, USA. Today, most of our students study at esteemed universities. We care for the future based on our quality oriented practices, knowledge, and education. I am here to take the interview of Mr. Sami Ahmed Khan, who is the country representative of University of Law. Sir, would you like to add something in your introduction?
Right. Thank you so much, Farwa and PFL Education Group, which is one of the trusted and renowned in Pakistan. Um, and we are happy to be associated with PFL, which is one of the key partners we have in Pakistan who are representing University of Law and recruiting students for. As Farwa said, my name is Sami Ahmed Khan. I work for Global University Systems and representing University of Law in Pakistan. I've been associated with this education industry for last 17 years. Have worked for different education consultancies, have worked for British Council, and currently associated with Global University System and representing University of Law. So Farwa, if you allow me, could I share my screen? And I want to show some slides because as we have discussed, today's session is more focused on the law programs we are offering at University of Law. So
Sure, sir.
it will be better if I share my screen so that your audience can view it instead of verbally I'm telling to your audience and they may remember or may not remember. Although we can plan some conversion activities as well in which your audience can come to your office and I can visit your office, can see and meet your audience or your students face to face.
Sure, sir.
So,
Sure.
right. I am showing my screen. When you can see it, please confirm so that I can proceed further. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. So the first slide is my introduction, my name, the designation I have. And now without wasting time, I start telling about the brief history of University of Law. University of Law is one of the longest established provider of legal education. In 1862, we started a law firm. It was Gibson and Weldon. And then we established another law firm, Law Society School of Law. In 1962, we merged both the law firms to form College of Law, from where we were offering vocational courses to lawyers who were attending for their skill development and polishing their skills. In 2012, we made the history in UK because we were the first independent center received degree awarding powers. So in 2012, we changed the name from College of Law to the University of Law. In 2015, we announced the second school at University of Law. It is our business school. So we have business programs and law programs, undergraduate or postgraduate at University of Law. In 2018, we announced first international campus of University of Law in Hong Kong. And from 2019, the classes have been started. So this was a little brief history. We exist in 18 locations in 15 cities. I'll tell you in my next slide, I'll tell you the locations. The teaching faculty we have is one of the best. We have more than 90% faculty members who are practicing lawyers. Practicing lawyers means barristers and solicitors and professional, and business professionals. We have one of the largest alumni network. It's more than 64,000 and they are working in 118 countries. So in Pakistan, there are a number of alumni as well, those who have completed their legal education from University of Law. We have very high employability rate. For legal practice course, I've mentioned here it's 94%. Legal practice course is for those who want to become a solicitor. For LLB, it's 92%. Pupillage, it's 59%. So we have very high. Even for postgraduate business students, we have 100% employability rate for our business students. We have been offering flexible study options. So we have full-time courses available. We have online courses available. Number of Pakistani students are registered for online LLB, online GDL, online LLM. And then for UK's and European student, we have domestic and part-time courses as well for them. These are the locations we have. We have our own campuses at Birmingham, Bristol, Chester, Guildford, Hong Kong, Leeds, London, Bloomsbury, London, Moorgate, Manchester, Nottingham. And on the right side, I have mentioned few universities. Those are the universities we have made innovative collaboration with. It means that on their campuses, we are teaching their students or any international student we are recruiting. And if they want to study at University of Exeter, Liverpool, so they can study GDL or legal practice course. It is very important point that those universities, they have shown trust and they know that what quality of education we are providing and what teaching faculty we have. Two important names are missing here because we recently have made a collaboration with. Those are University of Sheffield and Newcastle universities. And then University of Chester as well. So out of 7, 4 are Russell Group universities. You must be knowing about Russell Group, the top universities which receive most of the government grant for their research work. So the Russell Group universities we are in collaboration with are University of Exeter, University of Liverpool, University of Sheffield, Newcastle University, and the other 3 universities are University of Reading, University of East Anglia, and University of Chester. These are some alumni. As I said, we have one of the largest alumni network. So these are some renowned alumni. You must be knowing about Sadiq Khan. Few days ago, he has been elected as Mayor of London. Sayeda Warsi, she has been the co-chairperson for Conservative Party. Cherry Blair, she is the wife of former Prime Minister, British Prime Minister, Mr. Tony Blair. She is practicing barrister and she chose University of Law for her legal qualification. So these are some network. These are some recent graduates of University of Law, those who have got places at Facebook, United Nations, eBay. This Rachel Wang, she's the entrepreneur. Even she achieved Entrepreneur of the Year award in UK in 2017. She started her own company, it's Chocolate Films. She is the qualified solicitor. And then the other 2 have got jobs at Emirates Bank or one of the top law firms. So that's why I said that we have very high employability rate. These are some alumni from Pakistan, right. For example, Amreen Abbasi, she completed her education from University of Peshawar. Then she chose University of Law for her legal practice course and then came back and working for a higher position in government of Pakistan. So these are, as I said, there are a number of alumni working in Pakistan, those who have completed their legal qualification from University of Law. University of Law, since 2014 in National Student Survey, we have been top ranked university in different categories. In a recent National Student Survey taking place in 2020, we are the number 1 first ranked university or top ranked university in England and Wales in student satisfaction. And in 11 different categories, we are top 10 in UK. In 2019, UCAS, most of the students, undergraduate students, A-level students, they submit their application for their bachelor program through UCAS. So UCAS is University College Admission Services. So they have given us first rank in 2019, that those students who actually were given place at University of Law, they accepted it. So they have given top rank. This is some I have just given the comparison here that when I said that we are number 1 in student satisfaction, so you can compare it that I have compared it with UCL. So University of Law has 92% student satisfaction rate, and UCL is 91% student satisfaction rate. And you can see further here that the number of universities. So University of Law student satisfaction rate is higher than most of the universities in UK or in England and Wales. The key features of our law program is, as I said, that we have very high employability rate. In 6 to 8 months, normally students start their next course or get the job in their relevant field. We are very much career focused learning. In any case, law is basically a very much academic focused course. So when you start studying law, you have to be very much focused on your studies. So we have actually made it career focused as well. So from the day you start your studies at the University of Law, you start feeling that you have started your, you can feel that you have started your professional career. We have this professional mentoring stream. First is, as and when you start classes, you will be assigned a personal tutor, and then more than 600 practicing lawyers have been in contact with University of Law, and a student can choose their mentor, and then they can be in contact with the mentor who is basically practicing as a qualified solicitor or barrister, and they can be in contact. The pro bono, we have award-winning pro bono opportunities, means during the course, a student will have the opportunity of working on live cases. So they have been, there are more than 3,500 cases the students have worked on, and they work with their mentors. They face-to-face, deal with their customers. They make their assessment, they make their cases, they show it to their mentors, and then mentors give the advice. So as I said, that as and when you start your studies at University of Law School, you will feel that you have started your professional career. As we are one of the longest established provider of legal education. So the connections we have are very strong. Out of 100 top law firms in UK, we have been in contact with more than 90 law firms, and they have been sending their employees to University of Law for different vocational programs we offer, and they have been taking part in our career fairs, and in which they have been giving training contracts, job opportunities, or internship opportunities to our students. Switch it up, we have this offer mostly for undergraduate students and any postgraduate students who have started their course online. In this, for example, if any postgraduate student, he or she has started their GDL or LLM online, and in the next semester they have this campus switch option. So from online campus to face on campus, from the next semester they can apply for face-to-face classes. And the undergraduate students, if for example they started from Bristol or Manchester or Birmingham campus, and if next year they want to switch their course to London Bloomsbury campus, so they will have this opportunity available during the course. They even can, if they started with LLB and later they think that they need to add any specializations, which we offer, for example, criminology, international business. So they can speak to their tutors or supervisor, and then they can change their course. So when they finish their program, they will have the degree that they have done LLB with criminology or LLB with international business. These are the courses we offer. I'm sorry, I'm very fast because I know we have to cope up with the time I have been given by PFL. So I have to be very fast so that I can cover as much as information I can. But this information will be available with my colleagues at PFL. So you can contact them and they can provide you further information. So this is the list of our undergraduate programs we offer. We have 3 years LLB program, we have 4-year LLB program, we have 2-year LLB program as well. So the standard is 3-year LLB program. If any student who is not meeting the entry requirements for our standard 3-year program, then we can offer 4-year bachelor program to them. This program will be with 1-year foundation and 3-year bachelor, and a student will get joint cash for the 4 years. And then LLB Law Accelerated, which is 2-year program. So any student, he or she is good at communication, their IELTS score is high, and their A-level or intermediate grades are high as well. So they can apply for this accelerated 2-year accelerated program. LLB senior status is also a 2 years program. It is for those students who have completed their 4-year bachelor program in science, arts, commerce, and later they think that they need to change their career and they want to study law. So this is one of the programs which they can complete law, they can complete qualifying law degree, and after this program they can go directly to bar practice course or legal practice course if they want to become barrister or solicitor. And then these are the different specializations we offer: business, criminology, international business, government and politics, legal innovation and technology, criminal justice, and BA criminology, and sociology. The entry requirements for the 4-year bachelor program is 48 UCAS points, and in IELTS they should have overall 6 bands with no band below 5.5. For intermediate students, if they have percentage between 60 and 74, so they can apply for this 4-year bachelor program. For 3-year standard program, from A-level students, we require 3 Bs, and we require overall 6.5 bands in IELTS with no band below 6 in each component. And the intermediate student, if they have 75 percentage or above, then they can directly apply for the 3-year standard LLB program. For LLB accelerated 2-year program, we require 1A, 2B from A-level students, 75 or above percentage from intermediate students, but we require little higher bands in IELTS. We require overall 7 bands in IELTS and no band below 6.5 in each component. The fees is, it's for September 2021 intake, it's £14,150 per year. And for LLB accelerated program, it's £16,875 per year. For the postgraduate programs, we have graduate diploma in law, which is a conversion program with MA law. So any student who has completed their 5-year LLB program in one of the universities in Pakistan offering LLB, which is unfortunately a non-qualifying law program. And if they want to become barrister or solicitor, then they need to do this conversion program first. The legal practice course and bar practice course are for the students who wants to become solicitor and barrister, and we require qualifying law degree. So in Pakistan, if you ask about that, what is the who can get qualifying law degree? So the students who are completing University of London external LLB program, they actually get qualifying law degree, which is internationally recognized, and they can directly, if they are meeting the entry requirements, so they can directly apply for legal practice course or bar practice course. In LLM, we have different specializations. We have added new specializations as well. For example, energy law, environment law, data protection and intellectual property, finance law, with the ones we have been offering for last many years to international students, like company law, corporate governance, international business law, international human rights law, mediation, and ADR. The Solicitors Regulatory Authority has introduced a new route to students who want to become solicitor, which is SQE, Solicitors Qualifying Exam. So we have developed new SQE courses. Those are LLM legal practice SQE 1 and 2, in which students will we will prepare them for SQE 1 exam and SQE 2 exams, and later the employability and career services we have is one of the largest in UK. They will then search their qualifying work experience, which they need to do for 2 years, and then they can be a qualified solicitor. PGDL is postgraduate diploma in law, which is again equal to GDL, and it's a conversion course. MA law SQE 1, SQE law is entered. It's a 10 weeks course. So any student, they can do this before joining LLM legal practice course. This is online. The entry requirement for GDL, graduate diploma in law, for those students who has completed LLB in 5 years, or anyone who has completed 4-year bachelor and want to study law, So they should have 2 degree if they have completed in UK, or they should have 55 minimum percentage if they have completed their qualification bachelor in Pakistan, and we require overall 6.5 bands in IELTS with no band below 6. For legal practice course and bar practice course, we require qualifying law degree. So for legal practice course, we require 2 lower second class, or if any student has done GDL. And the IELTS score we require for LPC is overall 6.5 bands in IELTS with no band below 6 in each component. For bar practice course, we require 2 degree, which is upper second class or distinction in GDL, and overall 7.5 bands in each component in IELTS. For MA law, we require 65 percentage from Pakistani students, or 2-1 and if anyone has completed degree in UK, and we require overall 6.5 bands in IELTS with no band below 6. Anyone, if you only want to increase your qualification and want to get a good grip over the subject you have been practicing in Pakistan, so you can do LLM. Any Pakistani student, those who have completed degree from anywhere in Pakistan, they can apply directly for LLM, and we require minimum 55 percentage from them or equivalent CGPA, and we require overall 6.5 bands in IELTS with no band below 6 in each component. It will be difficult for the audience or students to remember this, fees, these figures. So I would advise them to contact PFL, and they will give you a detailed information about fees and about the international bursary, because you will get, this international bursary. If you have applied for undergraduate law program, you will be receiving £2,500 bursary per year. And for GDL legal practice course or bar practice course, you will get £1,000 bursary. For LLM, you can receive £2,200 bursary. So I can give you example here is that how much affordable your fees will be after deducting this international bursary. The LLM course fee for September 2021 intake is 12,360. And if you deduct 2,200, so your course will be £10,160, and which is very much affordable and economical. We introduced a new scholarship. It's Career Changer Scholarship. The deadline is gone because applying for this Career Changer Scholarship was 1st June. But we introduced this scholarship just, considering the fact that many students or their sponsors have been impacted by coronavirus. So we were offering 12 full fee paying scholarship and 300 partial scholarships in this Career Changer Scholarship. Training route, you can get this detailed information from PFL. It's that either you have got qualifying law degree or you have graduate diploma in law, then you can directly, if you are meeting the requirement, if you want to become barrister, then you need to do bar practice course. You will receive call to the bar letter, and then you need to complete 1 year pupillage, and after completing pupillage, you will become the barrister. And the same as solicitor, that you need to do legal practice course. After getting qualifying law degree or completing GDL, then you will be completing 2-year training contract, and then you can register yourself with SRA and you can start your career as a qualified solicitor. Career Employability Services, they offer different services to international students. The good thing is that they provide a lot of extracurricular support as well. For example, CV making, mock interview, they organize with the senior faculty or senior people, and then you can prepare yourself well so that when you appear in the interview, you present your CV. It will be very much appreciated with the law firms or chambers, and then you will have very good chances of getting employment in UK with those law firms and chambers. So they do a lot of homework, and they do a lot of work on you as and when you start your studies. The jobs vacancy database will be available with you till 5 years you complete your from the day you complete your qualification at the University of Law. So you will have a lot of opportunities. They have designed different programs. They have launched this new employability portal in March 2019, and you can access different jobs available on this portal. And they have designed different programs as well. For example, a student employability program, professional employability program. So they will actually make you ready for facing future challenges or challenges at your workplace. The accommodation options, we have dedicated portal. It's lawstudentpad.co.uk. So you will have the you will get the access after accepting your offer and paying your cash deposit or receiving your eligibility for a student visa sponsorship. So you can book your accommodation. And there are different, I'm sure PFL can guide you as well. There are a number of accommodation available near to your campus, which you can book yourself. So these are the slides I have prepared. I am now stop sharing my screen so you can see me in full screen. Yes, thank you so much, Farwa, for listening this, and I'm sure your audience will learn a lot with this these slides. So what further questions you have?
So, I guess pretty much you have summed up everything. My last question would be like, what different safety measures are taken by your university against the corona pandemic for the international students?
Right. Okay. Very important question, because people have this perception that students have been taking online classes. Yes, when we were following UK government SOPs, so the campuses were closed, and it was not University of Law campuses. All UK campuses, institutions, universities, their campuses were closed. We opened our international campus, our campuses on 1st July, as we were the few institutions who opened, because we are the specialist provider. We don't have many faculties, so we only are focused on law and business. So we made the arrangement, and those arrangements were temperature scanners at different locations, availability of sanitizers, masks, and then for example, the reception desk where the staff sit, they have installed glass walls, so that they cannot have direct interaction with the customers or audience or students. And then we are maintaining social distance on the campus, in the classrooms. So we have made number of safety measures for the safety of our staff and of our students as well. And they have started face-to-face classes. As you are aware that from 17th May, government announced that UK campuses will be open. So the campuses are open, and students have started taking face-to-face classes. We made sure that all students and staff have been vaccinated, because you must have heard about the mass vaccination in UK, due to which the graph is is on the down. And they have very few cases which they are registering on the daily basis. So we have made all the steps which were guided, which were received, which we received from government. So we have implemented all those guidelines on our campuses.
That's great, sir. My last question from you is, what are your final words on the current situation and some positivity to encourage the students who are willing to apply at your university?
Right. Couple of days ago, the UK government has they have announced that from September 2021 intake, the classes will be face to face. So with this assurance and those positive words, I'm sure most of the students who, because UK has been the #1 destination for Pakistani students. Number of Pakistani students have been going to UK for their higher studies. So it's a good news, but as at the same time, it's a responsibility of the student as well, that they need to, because Pakistan is in the red list. They will review it, and most probably, because they have introduced this traffic light system. So they have 3 lights: red light, amber, and green. So Pakistan is in the red list countries. It means that any student who wants to join their face-to-face classes in September, they actually have to travel little early, so that they can isolate themselves in government nominated hotels for 2 weeks. This is actually the difference between red list countries and amber list countries. Most probably, and I have very good hopes that Pakistan will soon be in amber list countries. It means that you can choose anywhere in UK from where you can do self isolation. So you will not be depending on that. You will only be living in government nominated hotels. You can live anywhere. And if you, for example, currently as Pakistani students have to isolate themselves in government nominated because Pakistan is in the red list, so they have to pay 1750 pounds. If Pakistan is in the amber list, so you can save some cost, and maybe you can self isolate yourself in £1,000 or maybe £800 as well. So we are very much hopeful that Pakistan will be, but yes, I can, this is my humble request to all the students that they have to take very quick decisions. Please meet your English language requirements if you have, or whatever conditions you have on your offer letter. And as soon as if you are waiting for your result, then that should be the only condition which you need to meet. Otherwise, all the conditions you need to meet now, because most of you have already taken final examinations. So please start meeting your conditions so that you can travel early after receiving your cash and visa outcome, and can isolate yourself for 3 weeks. Whether Pakistan is in the red list or in the amber list doesn't mean you have to self isolate yourself for 2 weeks, and so that you can start your classes from day one. And inshallah, those will be face to face.
All right, so thank you very much. This session was very helpful. I hope that it is going to be helpful for the students who are willing to apply. Um, Thank you very much for sparing
Thank you
your
so,
precious time.
thank you
Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Allah Hafiz.
Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.